YouTubers, Max18363 here, part 13 of my narrated F.E.A.R extraction point playthrough, Lucky 13. And if you're wondering why we opened with a bomb smashing in our face, that was kind of just bad editing in my part. Hey-ho. But if you drop down that, great, get that little health booster there, that's always good. Tops up your health. I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned the cool thing about health boosters is that they can also act as kind of giant first aid kits as well, because even if your health is really low, it'll completely restore your health and increase your maximum health. So that's kind of neat. And there's Alma doing her spooky stuff again. I'm not very convinced by that scene, to be honest, because it doesn't look like she actually makes any contact with the point man there. Obviously she's sort of reaching out trying to slap you as you're climbing up there, but she doesn't actually make any contact. Unless the point man just gets startled and lets go of the ladder or something, I don't know. Not a very convincing scare if you ask me. And yeah, this is basically minigunner fight time now. It's actually not too bad because I'd figured out a strategy by this point. My strategy was basically to hide in this little corner here, ducking her out of cover, and blast him with my particle gun, but the tricky part's trying to actually trigger the guy off to appear. You need to go part way down the corridor to actually trigger him off. Like I say, with the particle rifle, this is fairly easy. So that was, what, half a dozen shots or something there with the particle rifle on the head, and he's dead. If you don't have the particle rifle, then, yeah, because first time round when I did this fight, it took me a little longer because I had, like, my burst modes assault rifle. Basically, you need some kind of scoped weapon, and you just need to scope out the guy's head. Failing that, I think you're kind of screwed, to be honest. Assault rifle might do the job, but be prepared to fire off a few clips. Bouncing grenades off the wall to get behind him, also kind of helpful, because if he's got his little shield thing up there, then yeah, he's pretty much impervious. But he's actually not that bad. But I will say that if you're not in cover, he will, believe me, I learnt this lesson firsthand, if you are not in cover, he will shred you in seconds. That minigunner really packs a punch. I haven't actually had a chance to use the minigun myself yet. I think I picked it up there, swapped it out from a particle rifle. I haven't actually used it yet. So I can't tell you how useful it is in combat or whatever. I'm guessing it will just function like any other chain gun. Fire a hell of a lot of rounds very quickly. Not very accurately, but hopefully doing a lot of damage. But I don't know, I haven't really tested it in a proper fight yet. I always quite liked the chain gun from Doom 3, I always quite liked that. I quite like that idea of it, you know, taking a few seconds for the barrels to spin round and actually start kicking in. I quite like that. It's not really my combat strategy as such to use like heavy weaponry. I'm not really rocket launcher, chain gun kind of guy. This is a neat little trick that I sort of picked up as well. You can actually just sort of scoot round the side here, get an aim on the fuel barrel that's conveniently placed near them, and bang. and another nice little health booster. But no, I mean, like, heavy weaponry per se is not really my kind of strategy normally. Like, just as an example, I mean, obviously it depends on the tactical situation, I suppose, but if I was to go through, I don't know, just an example, like a Medal of Honor or a Call of Duty kind of level or whatever, I mean, I wouldn't favour, like, machine guns and rocket launchers and stuff. I'll always kind of favour, like, shotgun, assault rifle kind of thing. Like, close up, I'll always go for a shotgun. The shotgun just rules. But mid-range, you know, I like submachine guns, assault rifles, that kind of stuff. I don't really like using heavy weaponry. Just not a fan of it personally. It doesn't really suit my style of play. It's always useful tossing a mine down there, actually, like I did, because sometimes they will flank round the side. They didn't on this occasion, but it's always useful to just watch your sides. Probably also be happy to hear that this is the last part of my orange line level, if you like. This is the level that we're on at the moment, the orange line. I've had to do it in 3 parts because it was quite a lot of footage, so the next video that I upload will be a new level. You'll be happy to hear. Now, haven't actually played it yet at the time of recording this, so I don't really know what happens next, to be honest. I think we're still looking for an exit from the subway, so I guess the hospital scene isn't too far away, hopefully. But yeah, at least we'll be away from this bloody subway soon. I am looking forward to a slight change of scenery, actually, because I'm kind of getting a bit fed up with this subway kind of section, personally. So hopefully we'll get a slight change shortly. I find that interesting because it's actually quite unusual to see. That was, as far as I know, that was just a regular replica soldier there, and it's quite unusual that they carry the nail guns with them. Usually it's just the heavies that go around with nail guns, so that is quite unusual to see that. Thankfully I managed to get the drop on him though before he did any major damage to me. So I'm surmising that was supposed to be Yankowski there. We sort of had a bit of a flashback of him in the previous vids. Basically of Yankowski approaching Miss Kwan. Just just for a bit of storyline, Miss Kwan, or Jin as she's called, she's supposed to be at the hospital waiting for her so that we can get to the extraction point. And it looks like Yankowski's apparition is still going around causing havoc, it would seem. Or is it just a figment of her imagination? I don't really know, I haven't figured it out yet. I've also recently learned a new piece of information as well. Those little apparitions that are coming towards us, they are like almas minions, if you like. Seemingly their proper name is actually Nightmare, or Nightmares, or something like that. And I can't really confirm or disprove that yet. It's just something that I've kind of stumbled across, but I kind of prefer almas minions. I think that sounds better, but yeah, seemingly that's kind of the proper name there, and yeah. That scene kind of creeps me out, partially because I just wasn't really expecting it. You're just kind of going through a locker room and then wham! But I'm not sure if they can actually damage you as such. They just seem to kind of fly around in circles. I don't think they actually damage you per se. But it's always good to just spray some bullets in there just in case. And so yeah, okay, so thankfully that is the end of the orange line now, so next time we'll be back looking for an exit. So till the next time, behave yourself.